Hi guys and welcome back to Adam's Aquatics. Today's Tuesday and we're here for another vlog style video. Some of you may have noticed that over the weekend and over on Thursday I've kind of been a bit away from social media. I've just been giving myself a bit of a break. I've been really busy at work and I was just giving myself a bit of a break from social media at the present moment in time. But we're back now on Tuesday for another vlog style video. I'm going to take you through ins and outs of what's happened in the fish room this week. Okay, let's start off with my Cacatoides tank. So these guys are in really good condition at the moment. The male, he's started to get really big since he's been in this tank, and the female's also gotten really plump. So what I've been doing this week is I have been fasting them quite a lot. So I'm trying to stimulate a dry season in terms of what's going on in the tank. So I've only been feeding them once a day, and I've only been feeding dried foods and no frozen foods at all this week. And then next week I'll be back to my normal schedule where I'm feeding them twice a day frozen foods, and that should really get them ready in order to breed. And that's kind of what we're going for at this present moment in time. Moving over to my Apistogramma pandura tank, these guys are really starting to get nice and big. They were all approximately this size of the smaller female when I first got them, and now if you look at the male and the other female, they're starting to get quite big. We're just going to keep going with feeding these guys the same ratio that we have been everyone else, and actually hopefully this will make them grow nice and fast. I think we're probably about 6 weeks away from breeding size from these guys, but hopefully that will come along nice and quickly. And we've been seeing that there's some breeding behaviour between these two here anyway, so hopefully 6 weeks time and we'll have some fry. So my Apistogramma agassizii male, Percy, and his female, first female in that little pot there. We've been seeing some really good breeding behaviour from Percy and both of his females. And we did a big 50% water change on all of the tanks today. Like I said, we've been trying to simulate the dry season, so it's kind of, we've not really done a lot of water changes this week, and then we did a big 50% on all tanks today in order to kind of simulate that. And since then he's really been out and about, been flaring and showing off his colour. I've been really impressed with him. So hopefully after the last time where he ate all the fry, hopefully we will get some fry and he won't eat them this time. Mars and Venus probably my pair that are most tolerant of each other. Again, we're just waiting for some more fry from them. She started to get really plump again, which is really shocking considering the fact that I have not been feeding very much at all this week. But yeah, we're just waiting for some fry for these guys. Obviously we've got quite a lot of McMaster Dry fry growing out, so it's been quite a blessing that we actually haven't had any fry from these guys. But in terms of us trying to breed them, they're still all steam ahead with these guys. Really just looking forward to seeing some more fry from these guys. So my Apistogramma blackchin, male and females, doing really well. I have done some research and I'm going to have to lower the pH in this tank in order for him and them to breed, but we're just currently just letting them settle in. I think he's got to at least double in size before he's kind of at his maximum size, and I think that's when we'll kind of see some breeding behaviour from him. There's a lot of cover in this tank, as we've already discussed before, and going forward, when we move fish rooms and stuff like that, I think I'm going to go with bare bottom tanks. It makes it easier for the fry, and it also makes it easier for me to get rid of the detritus and the mulm, and that's kind of my plan going forward. So my Master Eye Gold, and these guys are in really great form at the moment. He's starting to get really big. He's probably doubled in size, I'd say, recently. He's getting massive, and this female here, same thing, she's getting really big. Really happy with them. Again, I put a lot more plants into this tank recently in order to help them kind of stimulate their natural environment. I haven't had any more fry from these guys recently, which is kind of concerning for me because I should be seeing fry from these guys every 2 to 3 weeks. But again, that could be just due to the fact that they're going through a stressful time at the moment, especially considering the fact I said that I'm trying to simulate the dry season. So when I try to simulate the wet season, they probably will start to spawn for me again, and that's kind of what I'm anticipating. So my Cacatoides fry are really starting to sex out now. You're starting to be able to see some males. You can see that's a clear male there, and some females. There's lots and lots of fry in this tank. That'll be ready in the next 6 to 8 weeks. Really happy with these guys' progress. They will eat anything that I put in the tank, which I think is really cool, and it's really fun to see the interaction between a big group of apistos, especially considering the fact this tank is not very well planted at all. This is kind of the most unplanted tank that I've got. and these guys kind of swim around in the open, and it's really fun to see the interactions between all of the brothers and sisters in this tank. So my Apistogramma borellii opal male, he's in there hiding behind all the plants. There's also a McMasterI female that I still haven't hooked out of this tank. They've been getting on really well together. It's really fun to watch him zoom about this tank. He's probably one of the most interactive Apistos that I've got. And it's really fun to watch him. Again, still waiting for some females for him. Once we get the females, we'll be doing some regular updates on these guys, because we'll start to hopefully see some breeding behaviour. Okay, so my Apistogramma benchii, you can see him there hiding in the pot. He loves hiding in this plant pot, and he just watches me and he waits for me to drop food in. He's doing really well. We're just waiting again for females. It's been really hard to get females at the moment, or any Apistos at the moment, to be quite honest. Not obviously we can get Cacatoides and McMasterI and stuff like that, but in terms of rare and different Apistos, it's been really difficult to get them. The person that I normally get them from, Ely Exotics, has been trying his best for me, but again, been real struggle to get anything from his suppliers. And again, we're just a waiting game, you know. It's not as if I'm in a rush, you know. These guys have got like 2 to 3 years worth of life on them, and I'm not in a rush to breed these guys. Just a case of just watching them and waiting, and I'm really happy to do that. So I've not really given you guys an update on my my shell dwellers for a long time, but it's been really cool to watch. There is literally about 3 different generations of fry in this tank, with the parents and with the other sole male, and it's really fun to watch the male, that's this guy here, protect all of his fry. There's loads of little ones swimming around here, and the females at the back there protecting another group of fry, and then there is the 3rd male there. And again, this is one of my favourite tanks to watch. It's really fun to watch, and it's going to be interesting to see when these guys kind of grow a bit bigger. And I'm just really happy with this tank, really happy to watch these guys. Again, this was never me breeding these guys just to breed them in terms of trying to sell them. This was me breeding them in terms of wanting to just see the interaction between the colony, and it's really panning out exactly the way that I wanted it to. Again, really happy with these guys. I can't recommend these guys enough in terms of shell dwellers, in terms of African cichlids. And if you don't want to have if you don't have a massive tank but you kind of want to see some African cichlids, these guys are really something that you want to watch. Again, you can see him kind of interacting with his fry here. And I'll show you some bigger fry that I've currently got growing out in the little tank up the top. So these are obviously the original fry that I had on the go, the 3 fry here. I've got 2 males and a female by the looks of things, and I've just moved my last female betta fish into this tank with these guys. They're living out their life nicely. Eventually these guys will rejoin the colony. Now, I'm not really too sure how that will pan out. In terms of, these guys have not been with the parents their entire life, whereas the other fry down in the tank below have. So we'll wait and see. So that pretty much sums it up for another week in the fish room. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have, make sure you like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at adams.aquatics, and join me for another video. I'm not really too sure when that's going to be, just based on my current level of burnout when it comes to my job and also the fish room. But it may be next Tuesday, it may be sooner, but just join me for then. See you soon.